Have you ever wondered how doing the right thing can sometimes lead you into trouble? This is what happened to an old farmer. After a heavy flood, he found a simple box by the river. When he returned it, hoping the owners would thank him, the villagers grew angry. This story teaches us why being honest doesn't always make people trust you, and sometimes it only brings pain you can never forget. Long ago, there lived an old man named Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex didn't live a fancy life, but he never sat around doing nothing. Every morning, he put on his old sandals and walked to his little farm in the nearby village. Mr. Alex lived an honest and peaceful life. His villagers trust him more than anyone else. Some say if they gave him their goat, chicken, or even their money, he always returned it safe in their hands. One afternoon, the river that connected the two villages became wild. Mr. Alex, standing beside watching, but his eyes saw something, a wooden box, slowly turning in the water. At first he said, "Maybe this is just a normal trash." But when he came closer, he saw the box was so heavy, as if something important was hidden inside. He picked it up from the river, wiped it to be clean, and started walking back home. But on his way back, he thought, "This can belong to someone else. I will keep it safe." The next morning, Mr. Alex finished his farm work and started going back home. But on his way back, he heard some people talking in sad voices. "The flood took it away," one man said. "Yes, it did," said another. "We will never see it again." Mr. Alex walked slowly and thought to himself, "It's like they are talking about a box." He came closer and said, "Excuse me, I heard you say something. Can you please say it again?" One man stood up and said, "Who are you, old man?" He smiled and said, "Knowing who I am will not help. Please, can you say it again?" One of them stood up and told the size and how it was made. He even said he was the one who made it. Mr. Alex's heart started to beat fast. It was the same box in his house. He stayed silent for a moment. Then he said, "This box is with me." After hearing this, the villagers became worried, as if they would fight him like a thief. But with his cleverness, he understood what they wanted to do. He said, "Please don't be angry. I will bring it back." Found it in the river between our two villages. For the first time since the box was lost, the villagers smiled. Mr. Alex rushed home. He took the box under his bed and carried it with his hands. It was heavy, but his heart was full of joy. He had found the owners of what he kept for months. "They will be thankful," he said. "Maybe they will reward me, but even if they don't, I don't care." He walked back to their village with a smile on his face. Finally, he reached the village center and said, "Here it is, the box you lost. I bring it back to you." But instead of shouting with joy, the villagers looked very angry. They did not ask him where he found the box, not even thank him for bringing it back. A soft murmur spread through the crowd, growing louder with every voice that joined in. Someone shouted, "Thief, you stole it. And now you pretend to return it as if you were not the one who took it away." Mr. Alex stopped for a moment. His hands began to shake. He opened his mouth to explain, but the crowd grew louder. When their village leaders came, they listened not to him but to the crowd. To them, the story sounded doubtful. How could you suddenly find a box after people started talking about it? They didn't believe with him or what he said. They judged him guilty. The crowd's voices shouted with no mercy, calling him names he never thought he would hear in his life. Mr. Alex begged them to listen, but no one cared with his words. At last, the leaders gave their judgment. Mr. Alex was taken away like a criminal, as if he were truly a thief. They locked him in a dark cell. He sat alone on the cold ground and put his hands on his head. His heart broke in silence. All he had done was return what wasn't his, and yet the truth he carried in his heart had been turned into a lie by their voices. No matter how he cried or begged, no one believed him. His honesty became the big reason he was treated wrongly and disrespected. This story teaches us something important. Sometimes you can do good to others, but they will treat you badly. Remember, doing the right thing does not always bring reward. And sometimes it only brings pain you can never forget. Look at Mr. Alex. He was trusted more than anyone in his village, but he ended up in a dark cell. Not because he stole, because he was honest. That is how the world can be. Sometimes it will crush you for the very thing that makes you good. If you enjoy this story, please subscribe to our channel, as we know clicking this button will not cause you anything. And it will always keep us motivated to bring more stories like this.